Welcome to our channel, ladies and gentlemen. There is tension in Kiambu County, and to be very precise, in Githunguri constituency. This tension is building between the current member of parliament, Gathoni Wamuchomba, and William Samoei Ruto, together with Rigathi Gachagua. And the person who is spearheading all this is Kimani Ichung'wah, who is the Kenya Kwanza National Assembly Majority Leader. You all know by now that Gathoni Wamuchomba directly defied President William Samoei Ruto and Rigathi Gachagua, and she voted against the Finance Bill 2023. Many have been guessing what William Ruto and Rigathi Gachagua will do or would do to Gathoni Wamuchomba, because we all know that William Ruto is a very vengeful guy. In fact, together with his deputy, you have seen how they have dealt with people like Fred Matiang'i, how they are trying to deal with the former president Uhuru Kenyatta. Anytime you cross their line, especially those who went against their bid to inherit the most coveted house, State House, are now feeling their wrath. And so when Wamuchomba directly defied them, we were only waiting to see what they would do. It didn't take long, and over the weekend when William Ruto attended a farmers field day in Githunguri, they made it clear that they had a clear plan to deal with Gathoni Wamuchomba. And of course, they have avoided direct confrontation. And I think it is because they fear being seen as if they are fighting a woman. Because you see, Gathoni is one of the most courageous members of parliament that we ever had. Remember that she was the first MP who ditched Uhuru Kenyatta to join William Samoei Ruto. And this time round, she's also making record to be the first MP to ditch William Samoei Ruto. So they don't want to confront her directly. Of course, they have said that it is very insincere for some members of parliament to reject this bill. So what exactly do they want to do with Gathoni Wamuchomba? And this is recorded very clearly, and I just want us to look at it in the Nation newspaper for those who love reading papers. It's written there, President Ruto, Gachagua front cargo to tame MP Gathoni Wamuchomba over finance bill stand. It continues to say that President William Ruto and his deputy Rigathi Gachagua seem to be taking early steps to tame Githunguri MP Gathoni Wamuchomba over her opposition to the Finance Bill 2023, and they say that the president and his deputy, who have accused the former Kiambu woman rep of disrespect by teaming up with opposition in fighting the Kenya Kwanza government's agenda, have tapped former Githunguri MP Mr. Gabriel Kago Walidia, who they have promised a government appointment. So Mr. Gabriel Kago was the immediate former member of parliament of Githunguri constituency. When the UDA wave took over Central Province, the former women rep, who is now the current member of parliament, hosted Mr. Gabriel Kago, because Mr. Gabriel had contested on a Jubilee ticket. He was one of the very few loyalists of the former president Uhuru Kenyatta. So he was hosted by Gathoni Wamuchomba. But I want you to look at this, because William Ruto and his deputy are very tactful on this. They have gone for Kago because they understand. Look at the difference between the votes that they got. Mr. Kago, contesting on a Jubilee ticket, garnered 31,727. And then the current MP Gathoni Wamuchomba garnered 34,446. So you can see that difference. A difference of less than about 3,000 there. So they have gone there purposefully to tame Gathoni Wamuchomba. And see, these are the figures that were given by the IEBC, and we are assuming that there were no discrepancies, because all we know, according to the to the version of Azimio is that there were massive irregularities in Central Province. So if this is what to go by, then you can understand that the difference is very small. So this is why they have picked on Mr. Gabriel Kago. And why do people think, or why do people feel that they are plotting Mr. Kago against Gathoni Wamuchomba? During the weekend, when they went for this farmers' field day, the very few people who received William Ruto at the airport were the governor of Kiambu, Kimani Wamatangi. There was Karugo Thangwa, who is the senator. There was Anne Wamurada, who is the women rep, and of course Gatundu South MP Gabriel Kagombe, together with Gabriel Kago, the former MP. And the Kenya Kwanza team, when addressing the constituents of Githunguri, ensured that they gave Mr. Kago prominence. And there were startling revelations, because William Ruto was also saying that he managed to buy certain exotic breeds of cattle from Mr. Kago, who is a very serious farmer there. They promised him a job. And because 2027 is moving very closer, people feel and experts believe that they are plotting Mr. Kago against Gathoni Wamuchomba. What do they really want to achieve? One, you see, like I said earlier, they are trying to avoid direct confrontation with Gathoni Wamuchomba. So they either want her to coil her tail and join them back, because Wamuchomba has also revealed and has also proved that she is a force to reckon with. So they want to intimidate her in a way. When Gathoni Wamuchomba realizes that there is a direct rival, someone who has been at the helm of that constituency, and someone who she defeated by just a few votes, then she might decide to make a U-turn and come back to the track, because that is also a trick. The other thing that people feel is that William Ruto is so much vengeful that he has decided yake na Wamuchomba imeisha. That's what some people feel, that when you cross his line, then it is over between you. So they are trying to groom the former member of parliament. Remember what they have been doing. They have been trying to take all the Jubilee members on their side. Currently, the cases are still from, they are battling between the court and the registrar of political parties. So there's been this battle. They want a forceful takeover of Jubilee camp. So many experts feel that William Ruto will never forgive Gathoni Wamuchomba. But looking at her, she has also said that she's not going to be coward, because she's saying that she listened to the constituents. And she's saying that she's only doing what those who elected her to the office directed her to do, because you all know that under our constitution, our members of parliament are only but exercising certain authority that we have donated to them. So there is this confrontation. I don't know whether those people are coming from the Githunguri constituency. Maybe tell me, between these bigwigs, who can win if elections were to be called today between Gathoni Wamuchomba and Gabriel Kago? Who do you think can win? One of the members here was telling me that Gathoni Wamuchomba is someone who is loved, because in as much as Kago is the immediate former MP, Gathoni is a former woman rep in that county. So she was commanding even a larger geographical area. So this is a battle that they have opened a battlefront that we can only but wait and see, because even as things move, it seems like battle lines have been drawn, and Gathoni and William Ruto wameamua ni vita. Even as this thing goes to the third reading today, Gathoni still opposed it, and she's saying that there is no turning back. The other thing that might only save Gathoni is that people don't want this bill. And you see, when Kago comes in the picture and he's unveiled, he will tend to support William Ruto with all his policies. And you know that most of these policies were based on fallacy. And she will, the Mr. Kago will get directly into Ruto's trap. Because when you are unveiled to rival Gathoni, then it means that you'll be supporting William Ruto with all his lies. But people tend to be wiser today because they are unveiling. And if you go to the social media, they keep on reminding us what William Ruto used to say during the campaigns, and they are unpacking these lies. So if Mr. Kago comes to the picture and directly supports William Ruto's policies, especially those that are going against the will of the people, then I can assure you that it is not going to be very easy. I just want to finish by saying this. There are places I've seen, and one of them is Kisii. William Ruto is seriously grooming Silvanus Osoro to contest in 2027, that is, against the current governor, Simba Arati. If you've seen all the altercations and all the mischief going there, William Ruto is busy planting people. This is what he did to Uhuru Kenyatta. In 2017, he was already planning for 2022. That is why he gave direct ticket and nomination to people like Kimani Chungwa, people like Ndindi Nyoro, Alice Wahome. He had already infiltrated Central Province. So today, as he plays his politics, he's busy identifying people. Remember in Mombasa, he had a son. You remember a son? He wanted him to become the governor. And I know he's not yet tired of this. He's busy planting people. And this is one of the constituencies where we expect fireworks. Do you think William Ruto will succeed? That is the question. Do you think he's going to succeed? Because when it comes to central politics, dynamics will change. We will still a force to reckon with. You've seen people like Mwangi Wairia. They must just decide to team up together. And many people feel that Wamuchomba might decide to team up with people like Mwangi Wairia, Martha Karua, and join the opposition in opposing William Ruto, because sooner than soonest, rebellion in Kenya will begin from central. That is the epicenter. Why they were used. That is where we had the hustler. That is where we had the hustler nation. Remember the other lady, the Shosho, who was selling the bottom-up economic system, had revealed to the nation that she was ditched, even though later people like Dennis Itumbi did some damage control. But it is very clear and very obvious that people regret electing this government. Let us wait and see, ladies and gentlemen. And that is my take.